So I finally broke down and got the foot massager that I've been eyeballing for some time. A little bit skeptical when I first got it because honestly I've never had a massager that compares to the real deal. Especially with the feet. Now the feet are something that I've done some reflexology, so I'm going to be a little bit more critical with a foot massager like this versus someone else who isn't involved in that. And my experience, any machine that you get that does any kind of massage is never going to live up to hands. Like massage therapists and stuff like that their job is like secure. No, I don't care how much money you spend on those massage chairs, they will never compare to a real masseuse or someone who does reflexology. So like with reflexology, the idea is that you have all these different nerve endings in your hands and your feet. But it's just for imagine this is a foot. Like it's like a roadmap, like on the heel of where nerve endings are, different parts of your body. And what you do is you take your thumb and you work it, you kind of like inchworm it across like that, across someone's foot, and you hit all those different areas. Like I think on the side, I think is like the spine. Somewhere in here is like the digestive tract. There's a whole map that you can get on it, but basically this motion right here with the thumbs is like the best for foot rubs, and like the whole hand on the arch in the back. You'll never be able to replace that with something like this. Now, that being said, for what you can spend on one of those reflexology massages, you can buy one of these massage units. And obviously there's many reasons why you would want it. For me personally, I spend a lot of time on stilts. So when you're on stilts for work and you come home, something like this is worth its weight in gold. That being said, comparing it to a foot massage that's done by a professional, like I said, with that movement with the thumbs, and there's other techniques, but I'm not going to get into all that. That being said, if you have real fatigued feet or swollen feet, or let's say you have diabetes, something that's going to really increase your blood flow to those areas, this is like basically perfect. Now, one problem I've noticed so far with this is that manufacturers with machines like this assume that one size fits all. That's just simply not true. So you have the different pressure points. The high is actually pretty tight for my foot. I have a big foot, but when my wife puts her feet in here, her feet barely get the pressure even on the high pressure mode. That's because she has really tiny petite feet. That being said, we're expecting another child, and so she's at that point in the pregnancy where the feet are kind of swollen, and so something like this really helps take care of that swelling. One thing that this has that someone giving you a foot rub doesn't have is it's a machine. So what it lacks in technique, it makes up for, and then it never gets tired, it never complains about giving you a foot rub, no matter what time of day it is. All hours of the night, this thing's ready to do its job. So one of the things with this specific foot massager that I liked was that these little insert booty things are removable and washable. So when you have the heat on, if you have different people using it in the house, this thing you can wash it and not be afraid of getting some weird germ from someone else using the machine. Now, like I said, it's got the different modes, light, medium, and high for the kneading intensity, and then light, medium, and high for the air intensity. And then the timing is either 15 or 30 minutes. You can obviously reset that, plus heat. Now, the compression is it'll pull your foot down more onto the kneading wheels. Basically, for like the toes, there's a wheel with little knobs on it that spins around, which is what your toes have. And the same is true with the heels and the arch of your foot. So I'll turn this thing on, and you're going to also see one of the big cons that this machine has. I don't know if you can see inside of there the machine, the different pressure bags inflating. And when it inflates, one of the big cons that I personally don't like is that how loud it is. So if you're watching TV, that can be kind of distracting. Now, when I sit down and relax, I have headphones on, so that doesn't really bother me. But if you're sitting and you're trying to watch TV with other people in the house, it's kind of distracting. It's actually lightweight too, given what you're buying. So if you can kind of see the pressure bags. Squeeze on it. See if I can't rip one of these out. So that whole thing comes out. And I do believe you can also buy replacements for these. So like I said, even though this thing is not comparable to like someone that's actually familiar with foot rubs and knows what they're doing, even someone who doesn't know what they're doing, this machine is not going to be able to light a candle to that. Just like sitting in one of those chairs and getting one of those massages that needs you up and down your back is not going to compare to a professional masseuse on a table. It just isn't. They're never going to, not until they get robots that can do that, which I'm sure somewhere someone is working on that. But that is the machine. That's the specific brand it is. The Renpho. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll talk to you next time.